Hypnotist. You're going to be hypnotized very, very quickly today. All right? So I'm America's quickest, fastest hypnotist, but I'm going to tell you exactly what's going to happen. People ask me all the time, Dan, what happens if, or they ask me, how do we get hypnotized? Very easy. Don't try to get hypnotized. Don't fight against it. Just let it happen and it will. Anything from this point forward that I suggest or instruct to you, let it happen automatically, instantaneously, without thinking. When you're hypnotized, you will not be asleep. You won't be unconscious. You'll be aware of everything that you're doing. You'll just be so relaxed you won't care what you're doing, okay? And very importantly, when you are hypnotized, since you won't be asleep or unconscious, you'll be able to hear other sounds. Sounds coming from the audience, sounds coming from me, and it will not bother you whatsoever. Now, hypnosis is an individual process, so don't worry or pay attention to anybody else around you. Just focus on getting into it yourself, and you'll be able to do so very easy and quickly. I'm one of America's quickest, fastest hypnotists, so you're going to be hypnotized very easily, very quickly today. Now, what I want you to do is now get to know the person next to you, if you don't already. And I want you to get really comfortable and place your head onto the person's shoulder to your right. And you can place your head on first, just like that. Good, perfect. Get nice and cozy and comfy. Yep, all the way down. Yep, you have to get all the way down. Yep, boom, just like that. There we go. Nice and cozy. Everybody sit up and drop your head down. This is hypnotic position number 2. The other one was hypnotic position number 1. Everybody sit up. And now get nice, comfy, and cozy to the person on your left. All right, this is called left-handed hypnotic position. There we go. And everybody go sit up in your chairs. Great, and that's the position you're going to find yourselves in just a few moments, okay? We ready? Excellent. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to hypnotize them very, very quickly. While I'm hypnotizing them, please be very quiet for the next 2 minutes. It only takes about 2 minutes, okay? What I'd like everyone to do is listen to exactly what I say from this point forward. Do not talk to anybody else next to you from this point forward unless I ask you to. Is everybody ready to be hypnotized? This is horrible. Is everybody ready to be hypnotized? Good, okay, here we go. So ladies and gentlemen, I know they're halfway hypnotized already. Ladies and gentlemen, sit back in your chairs, place your feet flat on the floor. Now I'm going to talk to you, I'm going to start talking very, very quickly, but you'll still be able to take in everything that I said. What I'd like everybody to do in a moment, a brief moment, I'm going to count forward from 1 up to 3. On my count of 3, I want you to put your left arm out in front of you very, very tightly as if you were trying to punch someone. 1, 2, 3. And now what? Not you guys don't have to do this. Okay, there we go. You guys up here too, alright. So put your left arm out in front of you as if you were trying to punch someone. I now want you to pick out a spot on that left hand, whether it be a finger, a freckle, a fingernail, or a knuckle. As you begin to look at, focus, concentrate on that spot. I don't want you to look away, but continue looking, focusing on that spot right here now for me, with me here now, as you spend this moment for me, with me here now in the room. Now in a moment, I'm going to count to 3 one more time. This time on my count of 3, you're going to make a tight fist. Only on my count of 3, you're going to make a tight fist with that left hand. The moment, the instant I count to 3 and you make that tight fist, that left arm is going to go stiff and rigid like a steel bar of iron, like a board. All the muscles in that arm are going to tense up. They're going to get so stiff, so rigid, you will not be able to bend that arm no matter how hard you try. 1, 2, 3, tight fist, stiff and rigid, stiff and rigid, stiff and rigid. I'm going to go around to each one of you. Even if I touch you, you still cannot bend the arm. It gets more stiff, more rigid with every second that passes by. This is not a test of strength, but a test of will and imagination. Stiff and rigid, stiff and rigid. Excellent job. Stiff and rigid. Very stiff, very rigid. Excellent job. Stiff and rigid. Wonderful. Stiff and rigid. Excellent. Now, it is time to go to sleep. Time to be instantly, deeply hypnotized. So in a moment, a brief moment, I'm going to come around to each one of you. I'm going to touch you and say the word sleep. The moment I touch your hand and say the word sleep, your eyes are going to close, your head is going to drop down, either forward or onto the person's shoulder next to you. And your entire body will go loose and limp, deeply relaxed, like a loose limp rag doll. Your body will relax and collapse as if a wave of relaxation went through your entire body. The moment I touch you and say the word sleep, your entire body will deeply, instantly relax and collapse, but you will stay stuck tight in your chairs. You will not fall out of your chairs. Also, the moment I touch you and say the word sleep, all tension will disappear from your body. Your eyes will close. You'll be deeply, instantly hypnotized. Instantly, automatically. The moment I touch you and say the word sleep, your eyes close, your head drops down, you go deep, deep, relaxed, deeply, instantly hypnotized.
the heck? Oh my gosh.
Allow every muscle to continue relaxing deeper and sounder and deeper. From this point forward, you can hear other sounds. Many sounds you hear will not bother you, affect you, disturb you in any way. In fact, I'm going to help you go even deeper relaxed. Every calming, cool breath you exhale sends you deeper, further, sounder into relaxation. I'm going to help you relax 100 times deeper. I'm going to come around to each one of you, pick up your arm, drop it down. The moment I pick up your arm and drop it down, that arm will go loose and limp and your entire body will just melt 100 times deeper into trance. Sleep. Sleep. Loose and limp. Sleep. If anybody touches you next to you, will not bother you or offend you, just helps you go deeper. Sleep. Good. Sleep like a loose limp ragdoll. Sleep. Nice little pillow right there. Sleep. Sleep. Nice little pillow. Good. Sleep. Deep asleep. Nice little pillow right there. Sleep. Deep asleep. Excellent. Sleep. Deep asleep. Let all tension go. Good. Sleep. Deep asleep. Nice little pillow. Sleep. Deep asleep. Excellent job. Wonderful. Sleeping deeper. Sleep. Deep asleep. Sleep. Sleep, deep asleep, wonderful, sleep, deep asleep, sleep, sleep, let the tension go, excellent job, you're doing fantastic. As you spend a moment for me with me here and now relaxing, I want you to realize that everything you do today is uniquely due to your ability to concentrate as a wonderful, fantastic individual. The breath you exhale continues to send you deeper and sounder into trance. You feel better and better with each and every word that I say. Allow the words that I say to help guide you into wonderful deeper levels of hypnosis and relaxation. From this point forward, anything I tell you to do, you can and will do without hesitation. From this point forward, anything I instruct or suggest to you becomes real. Also, I want you to know that any sound you hear will only send you deeper and sounder into trance. Anything you see, feel, or do will also send you deeper and sounder into trance. From this point forward in the show, if I shake your hand, touch you on the forehead, or simply say the word sleep. Any time in the show, if I shake your hand, touch you on the forehead, or simply say the word sleep, that's going to be a cue, an indication to you to return right back down to trance deeper and quicker each and every time. I want you to imagine I'm pointing my finger at you and saying, sleep. Even deeper. Ladies and gentlemen, these are the stars of the show. Now, any noise you make, in fact, the more sound they hear coming from the audience, the better their reactions are going to be, because it means you're doing a very good job. Give them a great round of applause.
Yeah!
Now, in a moment, a brief moment, I'm going to count to 3, and we're going to have some fun. On my count of 3, you're going to sit up in your chairs, but you will keep your eyes closed. Now, if at any point in the show I motion to anybody to take a seat back in the audience, please do so without bothering anybody around you. It doesn't mean you can't be hypnotized, it just means tonight may not be your night. But what I want everyone to do is realize that you're doing a fantastic job. In a moment, a brief moment, I'm going to count forward from 1 up to 3. On my count of 3, you'll sit up in your chairs, you will keep your eyes closed, remain deeply hypnotized. 1, 2, 3. Sitting up in your chairs, eyes closed, remaining deeply hypnotized. Your eyes will remain closed at all times during the show unless I ask you to open them. Now in a moment I'm going to count to 3 one more time. On my count of 3 this time, you're going to reach out in front of you and grab a hold of your imaginary favorite instrument. On my count of 3, you're going to reach out in front of you and you're going to imagine grabbing hold of your imaginary favorite instrument. Some of you will grab a hold of flutes and violins, piccolos and cellos, trombones and trumpets, tubas. Others will grab a hold of drums, pianos, guitars, and such. On my count of 3, grab a hold of that instrument and hold it close to you. 1, 2, 3. Now, in a moment you're going to hear some music. When you hear the music, you're going to stay in your chair, but you're going to realize you are playing in the world's greatest symphony orchestra. 1, 2, and 3. Here we go. Playing that instrument, go. Playing it more and more. faster and faster. Everything you do today, you do 10 times quicker with 10 times more enthusiasm than you would normally use. Go, go, go. More, more, more. Quick, quick, quick. Faster, faster. Go.
Kid is going in ham.
And your instrument just grew twice its normal size.
Yeah, look at the guy in the middle, yeah.
When the music gets louder, your emotions explode with enthusiasm. And softer and softer, slower and slower. When the music gets louder and speeds up, your emotions explode with enthusiasm. Now!
What? What the heck?
Everything that happens right forward, you have a lot of fun doing whatever I tell you to do. Everything I tell you to do and start to suggest to you becomes real from this point forward. Now, in a brief moment, I'm going to count to 3 once again. This time on my count of 3, you're going to on my count of 3 this time, you're going to sit up in your chair, keep your eyes closed, but when you sit up in your chair on my count of 3, you're going to put one arm out in front of you above your head, the other arm by your side, as if you were Superman or Superwoman. 1, 2, 3. Good. Because in a brief moment, I'm going to count to 3 again. The music's going to change. When this happens, you're going to think and truly believe that you are flying through the sky as Superman or Superwoman, and you're going to be flying safely to a destination in Hawaii, a beach in Hawaii. Now your arm is going to go whichever direction you point it, and whichever direction you point your arm, that's the direction you're going to go. Begin flying in your chair right about now. 1, 2, 3, go. Here we go! To the left, to the left, to the left. To the right, to the right, to the right, to the right. And up, 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 and down. And level off, sitting up right here. Oh, wait a minute, be careful, watch out for that building in front of you.
Yeah, I'm done.
Oh, be careful, you just hit the air pocket. There's a little birdie flying next to you. Wave to that birdie. He's a cute little birdie. Wave to that birdie. Now you want to blow past this birdie. Turbo speed. beach now. You're flying over that beach. Take out your binoculars. Look down at all the people laying down on that beach. Some of them are playing volleyball. On my count of three, your chair is going to turn into a beach chair. You'll be there on the beach, soaking up the sun. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. Oh, it feels so good to soak up this wonderful, beautiful sunshine. Now put some sunscreen on your nose if you'd like, and on your hands and your face if you'd like. Good. Excellent. You feel so good. But wait a minute though, it is getting so hot out here. It's over 90 degrees out here. Fan yourselves cool. It's getting hotter and hotter, humid and sticky, hotter and hotter, 95 degrees. Fan yourself with both hands now. The more you fan yourselves, the better you feel. 96, 98, 100 degrees, 102. Humid, sticky degrees. Temperatures rising still to 104. Hotter and hotter. But wait a minute. A nice breeze just blew by. It feels good. But the temperature is dropping from 104 down to 40. Cold, freezing degrees. Rub your arms together, rub your hands together. Even hug the person next to you to get extra body warmth. Warm them up. Go.
Jump!
Quick. Rub their arms. Quick. Good. And temperature's back to normal. Oh, but look at this. There's some hula dancers out in front of you giving free hula lessons. So put your arms out in front of you or by your side. Sway your hips. Show us how good you are at doing the hula. Go. We have the robot hula, which is perfected right up here. Oh, but put your hands down for me, because remember that little birdie that you flew by earlier? Well, he came back to see you. He's flying over your head. He's a little parakeet. Put out your little finger, put out your index finger, catch the birdie on the finger. You're not afraid of him because he's actually a really nice birdie. He's a magical birdie, though. He's a magical birdie that talks. But in order to make the birdie talk, you have to kiss him on the nose. The more you kiss him on the nose, the faster you kiss him on the nose, the more he's going to talk to you. Go! Try to kiss him, birdie. Kiss him more and more. Faster and faster, more and more. Good. Keep kissing the birdie more and more. Faster and faster. Good. Right, sweetheart, we want to kiss his nose, not his tail. There we go. All right. He's a nice little birdie. Hold that birdie out in front of you. Oh, look at that cute little... Uh-oh. He's stuck to your finger. And he's got diarrhea. Shake that birdie off. Shake him off. Shake that birdie off. Shake that birdie off your finger. Shake that birdie off your finger. And he is off and sleep. Deep asleep. Give these people a great round of applause. They're doing fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, I've hypnotized you. Wonderful pleasure to come back to West Hill for, I believe, my 3rd or 4th year. I absolutely love you guys, and I'm going to show you why, because they're very animated, very, very active. So, I'm going to give some people some numbers. So, number 1, number 2, and number 3, let's see here, and number 4, and number 5. Those 5 people that I just assigned a number to, for the rest of the show, when you hear this music. You're going to think and truly believe that somebody put itching powder in your undies. The only problem with this is your rear end itches really, really bad. The only way you can make it feel better is if you get on the ground and drag your butt across the floor like a dog does. That's the only way it will feel better. The moment that music stops, though, you'll have no clue, idea, or memory of what you are doing. But that happens every time you hear that music. The people I'm giving numbers to now, number 1, number 2, number 3, let's see, number 4, And number 5. Those 5 people that I just assigned numbers to. Let's see, we'll do just one more for good measure. Number 6. Those 6 people I just assigned numbers to. For the rest of the show, anytime you hear this music. You're going to realize, truly, instantly think and believe that you have to jump up out of your chairs and you will become the world's greatest booty dancers. The moment that music stops, you'll have no clue, memory, or idea of what you are doing. In fact, if I ever told you you were booty dancing, you'd think I was lying to you. 1, 2, 3, eyes open, wide awake. All right, everybody, 1, 2, 3, eyes open. Here we go. Eyes open, there we go. Hello, hello, hello. How are you?
Good.
Oh, you feel good?
Mm-hmm.
You feel nice and relaxed?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. 1 hour of hypnosis is the equivalent of 12 hours of a regular night's sleep. So these people up here, when they leave, they're gonna feel like they just slept for about 10 hours. So they're gonna have a really, but yet they're gonna have a lot of energy. We're gonna play a little game, okay? Everybody wanna play a game? All right, here's the game we're gonna play. It's called Name That Tune. Now, I'm gonna play a tune. If you can guess the name of the tune, you win a prize. All right? Sound good? Yes? All right. You ready? You ready? This is gonna be fun. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, here's the first tune. Wide awake. Sure. So, what was going on? Oh no, she's on the ground. Do you feel okay? My foot hurts. Your foot hurts? Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know what happened. That's really weird. Yeah? Your foot hurts. Sir, you look like you're just slightly confused as to the whereabouts and the happenings that just occurred. I like your shoes, by the way. Half you people are wearing like the same shoes that I'm wearing, just a different color. Now, I have another question for you. If you were to do the hula, okay, if you were to do the hula, it would be like really, really like flowy, right? You're a man of very few words, aren't you?
Shut up.
Did anybody get that too, by the way? No, I know, that one was a harder one. Let's do another one.
No
This
way.
is a little bit more mainstream. If you have a camera, load it now. You let me know.
Go.
That's okay. Ready? Yeah. And we're gonna play another tune. Let's see if you can get this one.
Oh my gosh.
Feel good? What's your name?
Yeah, what the heck?
I think she forgot. You would never like booty dancing for all these people, though, pillow, right? Why don't you take a seat down? Why don't you take a seat? Yeah, you can take a seat down right there. Hello, how are you? Good. Oh, good. How are you? You feel good? Good. Good. You guys would never like booty dance in front of all these people, though, would you? No. And you would never shake your snack that smiles back in front of all these people, right? No.
Yo!
I'm slightly nervous about this one. No, sir.
Oh my gosh.
You would never shake what your mama gave you in front of all these people, right? Hell no. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. That would be absolutely ridiculous. That would be very, very strange. Wait, guys, it helps if you do the twister, like the tornado. It helps like that. There we go. Now. Why do we? It's okay. Sorry, I feel bad. You're all dressed up and you're sweeping the floor for us. That's fantastic.
Yo.
I just thought I saw somebody run by here. Did you see that? I don't know. That's so weird. I don't know. This is getting strange. This is getting very strange. I'd like everybody to do. I'd like everybody. Did anybody get those tunes, by the way? Anybody get those tunes? No? No, that's fine. I'd like everyone to do is take a nice deep breath for me. Exhale. Good. In a moment, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my sleeperang, okay? It's between a sleep ray and a boomerang. Here it is. The way it works is I throw the sleep boomerang and it goes. And when it comes back, it's going to hit it's going to pop each and every one of you on the forehead. The moment it does, you're going to go deep into trance instantly, deeper than you've ever gone before. Your eyes will close, your entire body will go loose and limp, and you're good. Excellent, excellent, fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, sometimes when we send people back to the audience like that, sometimes we lose a couple of people as it breaks the trance, but that's okay. We still have a great group of people up here. Give these people a great round of applause.
Yeah.
In a moment, I am going to snap my fingers like this. Like that. When I snap my fingers like this, you're going to realize, truly, instantly think and believe that your memory of the past minute and a half has been erased. But this is a suggestion that's going to take effect. When my back is turned towards you, you're going to truly think and instantly believe I have a giant hole, a giant split down the back of my pants, and you can see absolutely everything. The only problem is that I'm wearing a pink thong, and it's the most disgusting thing you've ever seen in your entire life. Now, you do not want to tell me what's actually going on because you don't want me to be embarrassed. So if I ask you why you're reacting the way you're reacting when I turn back around, you're going to have to make something up. And now erase that memory of that suggestion now, but it takes effect. Excuse me 1 second, I just have to tell these people a little bit about hypnosis, okay? Sound good? Excellent. Ladies and gentlemen, in just a few moments we're going to be doing a hypnosis show. The hypnosis part of the show is the part of the show where everybody becomes a star. What's wrong? You look like you just saw a ghost.
Close.
Dude, everything okay?
I just smelled some bad shrimp.
I'm not even gonna go there. So. Everything all right, dude?
Nutella?
Nutella? Wait, I don't get. Does anybody know what these doors are? My gosh! People, they're wearing like almost pink. I love pink. Look. Isn't pink a great color? What's wrong? You sure? Dude, is everything okay with these people?
Oh no.
What? What's wrong with you? It looks like you're gonna be sick. Is everything okay?
Yeah.
Are you sure? I honestly don't know what's wrong with these people. Sometimes you turn around and it's something completely different. Dude, I really don't understand what's wrong with these people. Honest to goodness, dude. Nutella. And that hole is gone. However, when you hear me say the word microphone, you're going to realize there's a horrible smell coming from the person next to you. It doesn't make you sick, but dang, does it stink. Ladies and gentlemen, when we do a hypnosis show, we have to talk into a wireless microphone. The microphone is what makes everybody hear everything really, really nicely. The microphone is what puts the power into the voice. The microphone allows these people to be hypnotized. The microphone is something that actually does really, really good for... Oh, what?
I just got an itch.
You had an itch?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Can't breathe.
Why?
I don't know.
Dude, what is this?
She moved.
Is everything okay? What is that? Dude, did you smell that? What is that?
Somebody's got the loud.
Are you comfortable with that?
No.
And everybody, for the final time tonight, can everybody scooch their chairs a little bit closer to each other, and as you do, that smell goes away. Ladies and gentlemen, give these people one more final round of applause. Now, what I'd like everyone to do is, for the final time tonight, just sit back in your chairs. Excellent. Take a nice deep breath. Exhale. Sleep. Deep, deep, deep asleep. As you relax and collapse deeper into sound informing with me here and now. Ladies and gentlemen, since they were fantastic volunteers, I'm going to give them a gift. And that is a wonderful gift of improving whatever they want to improve on their mental abilities. So in a brief moment, I want you to realize that all of the suggestions I gave you tonight are now erased, reversed, and canceled. All of those hypnotic suggestions I gave you are now erased, reversed, and canceled. They no longer take any effect on you, except for these suggestions now. I want you to realize that you have wonderful motivation and confidence to improve upon whatever you want to improve upon. In fact, I want you to think about something right now that you can do better in. Whether it be a class, whether it be to eliminate or reduce exam or test anxiety so that you can remember things easier, better, whether it's to develop a superpower memory or increase and improve your focus and concentration abilities, whether it be something in a sport or an athletic event, whether it be to become more competitive, to develop more stamina, whether it be to develop more control over yourself. I want you to think about whatever it is you'd like to improve, even if it's a family, friend, or private personal relationship. And I now want you to see yourself improving and succeeding at that goal that you'd like to do. Because I want you to realize that you are now in control of this part of your life that you did not have control over before. In fact, as I talk to you, you're going to find that day by day, week by week, your self-confidence, self-assurance, self-expectance, and self-reliance gets greater and greater and greater. Not because I say so simply that's the nature of your mind to be a success, as you are the control tower of your own success. There is no person, male, female, family, friend, coworker, neighbor, associate, student, other peer who can ever take away your ability to be a success. You are in control over your success and your destiny. There is no memory, thought, feeling, image, idea out of the past and the present ever to rise in the future that could prevent you from being a success. And finally, but most importantly, there is no circumstance, situation, set of events, calm, enjoyable, hectic, nervous, pleasant, stressful that can ever prevent you from being successful. And now, over the next few days, the color red is going to seem brighter, sharper, more noticeable to you than ever before. Each and every time your mind encounters the color red, whether it's the color of a car, stoplight, stop sign, big as a billboard, small as a lady's nail polish, a hue or highlight of red, simply color of a clothing. But every time your mind encounters or notices the color red, your inner strength, determination, motivation, and confidence will go greater and greater, and you will smile. The color red for the next few days is going to put you in such a wonderful, happy, good mood. In fact, it's going to seem brighter, sharper, or more noticeable to you than ever before. You won't need to look for the color red, but you'll notice it automatically, very vivid, bright, very clear, and very, very real. And now finally, in a moment, a brief moment, I'm going to count to 5. On my count of 5, you'll open up your eyes. You'll be wide awake out of hypnosis, feeling wonderful, fantastic in every way, form, and fashion, better than you felt than when you came on stage. On my count of 5, you're going to open up your eyes and you're going to join hands with the people next to you. You're going to take a bow. When you take a bow, right after you take that bow, the audience is going to give you a fantastic round of applause and you're going to hear one more piece of music. When you hear that piece of music, you're going to do a dance that symbolizes your newfound success, but it's going to be safe and appropriate for yourself and those people around you. While you're dancing, I'm going to tap you on the shoulder and say the words wide awake, release, and remember. The moment I say those words, wide awake, release, and remember, you will suddenly remember everything that you did in the show today. The look on your face will explain it all. At that point, you'll take a seat back in the audience, feeling very good, alert, aware, and refreshed. So on my count of 5, you'll join hands with the people next to you. You'll take a bow as the audience gives you a thunderous round of applause. And then when you hear another piece of music, you are going to do a new wonderful dance that represents your newfound success. While you're dancing, I'm going to tap each one of you on the shoulder, say wide awake, release, and remember. The moment I touch you on the shoulder and say those words, you'll suddenly awaken and emerge from hypnosis. You'll remember every single thing that you did in the show. The look on your face will explain it all. 1, take a nice deep breath, feeling the energy surge through your body. 2, coming back, sitting up, coming back to the room. 4, be with me here and now. 3, stretching out, feeling very, very good. 4, eyes opening, stretching out, coming back, alert, aware, confident. And 5, eyes open, wide awake. Stand up, ladies and gentlemen, join hands with the people next to you. Take a well-deserved bow, and ladies and gentlemen, give them a great round of applause. Thank you for the stars of the show. And for our final routine tonight, I now give you Gangnam Style.
Oppa Gangnam Style.
Ladies and gentlemen, you guys are the stars. Thank you so much, Westlaw High School. Have a fantastic afternoon. Thank you guys so much.
Yeah,